Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. My name's Cheryl, and today I just wanted to give you a brief overview of some things that we'll cover on this channel. I started my oil journey about 3 years ago, and it started because we had 3 kids under 3 and a twin who proved to be a little more challenging than others. And that's the kind way of saying I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I searched oils online, and of course I went to my favorite 2-day shipping place, and I ordered all the oils that I heard were amazing for things, because I thought paying $165 for oils was obnoxious, even though I would gladly spend $165 on coffee during the month. So I ordered my what I called junk oils, and they came and I used them and they did nothing. And they sat in a box, and there they sat for the next 12 months, and I never thought of essential oils again because they didn't work, right? I tried once, it didn't work for me, it didn't work for my family, and they went away. Part of the struggle for me has shifted from that medicinal standpoint of thinking I take a pill and everything's going to be fixed. You go to the doctor, you get a medicine, you take a pill, the symptom's gone. And that's really not what essential oils do. Essential oils are built for maintenance, for daily maintenance, keeping our lives above the wellness line, supporting our emotions, supporting our bodies, supporting our homes, and it's not a take as needed. It's a daily thing so that you don't need the take as needed. And that was a huge shift for me. I think it might be a generational thing. We grew up with fairly good insurance. And so anytime anything happened, we ran to the doctor, we got our medicine, and we ran back home. And I slowly started realizing that there weren't options for my children under 6. There weren't things on the shelf that I could give my children to help with their symptoms. But with essential oils, there were things that I could give them so that they never had those symptoms. And if they did, that I could fix it at 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's empowering. That's empowering as a mother. That's empowering as a caregiver. That's empowering as a person. So when you feel more in control of you and your family's health, I think that boldness really starts to flourish. So with our old, with the twin who is challenging, we started using, I finally found a quality oil brand, which I love, and I will talk more about why we chose Young Living in another video. But once we started using Young Living, then I thought, oh, this is the difference. This is the difference of a quality oil versus what I call gas station oils. We don't buy sushi at gas station. We don't buy essential oils at gas stations for the same reason. If you want them to work, you have to get a quality product. And so once our kids were in school and moved into being able to focus and being able to transition from tasks and actually follow direction and sit in school, then we dealt with that intro of now our 2-year-olds have been in school for the first time. And we all know what happens when we send our kids to school for the first time and they come home every 2 weeks with something new. And so our second focus was then wellness. And that's how we moved into the Thieves line, and when we really fell in love with all of the support that we could give our kids and give our bodies so that we can minimize the exposure to those things. Now, after working with oils for a little bit, then I went down the rabbit hole of all of the toxins that were in our home, all of the hormonal imbalances. And I've had blood tests done and hormonal testing done, and we struggled with infertility, and we've done all of those testings that were normal, right? Unfortunately, the normal is normal for a group of people, and normal for you may not be normal for me. And what I found was, even though my test results were normal, I still didn't feel right. And so having that connection to our bodies and knowing what's normal and knowing what's comfortable and having that inner awareness, that's been huge for my family and for my children. My children know when they don't feel well. They know when they don't feel right. And they know now the safety of oils and how to use them and know what to grab for when they have specific feelings. So we focused a lot on hormones for myself, which has been incredible, as well as some supplements, because all of that leads into everything else, right? I mean, it either stems from hormones or the gut. Everything comes from inside. So anything that you're experiencing on the outside is generally a reflection of what's going on inside the body. And so oils were designed to work with our body. God didn't make us by accident, and he didn't design this world by accident. So oils are here, plants are here for us to use. They're a natural resource, and finding those good products really make a difference if you start incorporating them on a daily basis. So then we moved to a toxin-free home, because once I started learning more and more about the products that are out there and fragrances and things that are banned in other countries that aren't banned here, neurodisruptors, endocrine disruptors, things that are cancer-causing ingredients, things that no one tells you. Johnson & Johnson recently, finally pulled something off the shelf, their baby powder that was known to contain a cancer-causing ingredient, but nobody was required, nobody makes them do that. They finally did that on their own out of pressure. And so as a mom, as a wife, as the gatekeeper of our home, it's my job to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can to provide the safest environment for my family. And so we've switched our cleaning products, and I'll tell you, it's been so easy because we just have one item. There's no more 14 items down the shelves in the row, and we can do everything at home with basic, simple ingredients that incorporates oils, that's safe for my family. My kids lick the floor, my kids lick the countertops, and I don't freak out any longer because of any chemicals that might be on there. Anytime, a toothpaste says, if ingested, call poison control, it should kind of make us think a little bit, if that's what we're putting in our bodies and we're worried about ingesting it, then what is in that product that we wouldn't want ingested? And so why are we giving that to our kids? And why are we giving that to ourselves? And you deserve better. So in this journey, I was completely overwhelmed at the beginning, right? It seems like there's so much information and there's so much to learn, and you almost need an instruction book of how to do what. And that's why I really created this channel, because I want to focus more on those specific needs. So if there's something that you want to talk about soon, leave it in the comments for me, because we'll get to those. I want to talk about kids. I want to talk about oils for special needs. I want to talk about hormones for women. We're going to talk about a 3-month wellness challenge that we can do. We're going to talk about supplements. We're going to talk about hormones for men. We're going to talk about ways you can support emotions. And then if there are things that we're missing, find me, reach out in the comments, let me know. When I started my oil journey, it was a user. And then I became so passionate about it that I almost accidentally started running a business with it. And at the time, I was supposed to be helping my husband run his business. And I'm happy to do it and was certainly capable to help him with his business, except he knew that that wasn't where my heart was. And so one day, I found out that he had fired me. He said, "You don't work for me any longer. You go, this is where your passion is. This is what you love. You never stop talking about oils. You never stop talking about the benefit of oils. And I want you to share that with as many people as you can." And that's really my goal. Being able to do it for income and as a living is a bonus, but getting oils in the hands of moms and dads and kids and adults, and being able to shift that mindset from we need to go to the doctor every time we have a symptom, to how do we support our bodies so that we experience those symptoms less and less, is really a priority for me. So we're going to cover lots of things on this channel. I'm going to take you through the basics of oils. We'll start from, the very beginning of how to use them, the difference between hot and cold oils, the difference between diffusing topically, ingesting oils, oils for cooking. We're going to cover it all. So I hope you enjoy some of the videos to come, and you can find me at the contact information below. Take care, guys.